Hi students, welcome to my YouTube channel Lokesh Gupta Chemistry Classes. Today our topic is refinement to the Bose theory. Refinement to the Bose theory. Before going to this topic, first I want to ask you some questions. For example, you take three isotopes of hydrogen, protium, deuterium, tritium. For these three isotopes of hydrogen, in their spectrum, spectral lines wavelength are equal. It means 2 to 1 electronic transition in hydrogen, deuterium, tritium. Now in three isotopes, same electronic transition. Now wavelength of the spectral lines, are they equal? Atomic number equal na? Are they equal? No. Small difference is there in the wavelengths. Similarly, not only for hydrogen, for every element isotopes possible na? In all those isotopes of the same element, for the same electronic transition, wavelengths of the spectral line changed a little bit, very little bit. Why? Why like that? Next, one more question. From the Bose theory, Bose calculated the energy of electron in the nth orbit for hydrogen and hydrogen-like species, radius of the nth orbit. Now those values, experimental values, are they equal? Almost equal, but small difference, little bit difference is there. Why? Why like that? To know all these points, to get clarity on these points, we have to know about refinement to the Bose theory by Rydberg. See, in the Bose theory, Bose considered that in the atom, nucleus will be there. Na? Nucleus is at the fixed position. It present stationarily. Around that electron will revolve. Around that electron will revolve. Is it true really? No. Here, this nucleus also will oscillate little bit. In which case, this nucleus will be stationary. If the mass of the nucleus is infinity times the mass of electron, then only nucleus can be present at fixed position without oscillation. But actually, in case of hydrogen protium, when compared with electron, here in the nucleus one proton is there. Na? This nucleus is 1836 times mass the electron. So it is not infinity time. So it will oscillate little bit. For example, you take one thread. At the ending of the thread, we tied a stone. Now if you rotate a stone like this, automatically see, along with that stone, our body also oscillating little bit. In which case we don't oscillate when compared with the mass of that stone. If our mass is infinity times, then we don't oscillate. But not infinity times now. So automatically see, without your help, our body will oscillate little bit. It will oscillate little bit. So here also same. So in the atom, around the nucleus, electron oscillating, the electron revolving. Now this electron is also oscillating about its center of the gravity. Now here mass of the electron will change little bit. Now effective mass of the electron is called reduced mass of the electron. When two bodies are in motion with respect to each other. Now we should not take the rest mass. We have to take the reduced mass. It is the effective mass when we consider the that oscillation of two bodies with respect to each other. So in all the formulae for energy of electron in the nth orbit, radius of the nth orbit, Rydberg's constant, in all the formulae, we have to substitute reduced mass of the electron in place of the rest mass of the electron. This reduced mass of electron is almost very near to the rest mass of the electron. What is the formula? 1 by reduced mass of electron equal to 1 by rest mass of the electron plus 1 by mass of the nucleus. Capital letter M is the mass of nucleus. Small letter m is the rest mass of the electron. Now this equal to small m plus capital letter M by small m into capital letter M. Therefore, now reduced mass of the electron equal to mass of the electron into mass of the nucleus by mass of electron plus mass of the nucleus. So it is the reduced mass of the electron. So it is the effective mass of the electron in the atom. But in the Bohr's, as per Bohr's theory, we taken the rest mass of the electron only. So in all the formulae, energy of electron in nth orbit, radius of the nth orbit, Rydberg's constant, in place of the mass of electron, we have to substitute reduced mass of electron. Then we get exact values. Now, once calculate the reduced mass of electron in the three isotopes of hydrogen. Protium, mass number 1. So here in the nucleus, only one proton, no neutron. Now what is the reduced mass of the electron? Mass of the electron. Here, now mass of the nucleus, it is the mass of proton, 1836 times the mass of electron by mass of electron plus mass of the nucleus. Now if you simplify it, you will get it as 0.99945 into mass of electron. See, it is almost nearly equal to rest mass of the electron. Next, deuterium. Now in the nucleus, one proton, one neutron is also present. Proton, 1836 times the heavier the electron. Neutron is 1839 times heavier when compared with the electron. Now what will be the total mass of the nucleus? 1836 into mass of electron plus 1839 into mass of the electron. Now 3675 into mass of the electron. Now if you calculate the reduced mass of the electron for deuterium, now how much we are getting? 0.999 into 0.99973 into mass of electron. It is when compared with the reduced mass of electron of in case of protium, it is slightly more. Next, now come to the tritium. In tritium nucleus, one proton, two neutrons are there. Now what is the mass of the nucleus? 1836 into mass of electron plus 1839 into mass of electron into 2. Now you will get this value. You will get this value. So now if you simplify this one, reduced mass of the electron is this much. It is slightly more than this. It is slightly more than this. Now, reduced mass of the electron, in case of protium, slightly less than deuterium, which is slightly less than tritium. Now come to the Rydberg's constant. What is the formula for Rydberg's constant? 2 pi square m z square e to the power 4 by ch cube. Now in place of mass of the rest mass of the electron, now we have to substitute the reduced mass of the electron. So 2 pi square z e square into reduced mass of the electron by ch cube. Now Rydberg's constant order. Rydberg's constant is directly proportional to reduced mass of the electron when other parameters are constant. So that's why now Rydberg's constant order for three isotopes of hydrogen. Rydberg's constant for hydrogen less than deuterium, less than tritium. So for all the three isotopes of hydrogen, Rydberg's constant value is not equal. So with the mass number, it increased slightly, very slightly only. Next, here now come to the spectral lines. Wave number of the spectral line equal to 1, wave number of the spectral line equal to 1 by wavelength equal to Rydberg constant into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. From this we can say that wavelength of the spectral line and the Rydberg's constant are inversely proportional to each other. Now Rydberg's constant order is in this order now. Now wavelength order is in this way. So if you take the 2 to 1 electronic transition in protium, deuterium, tritium, for all those three, wavelength is not equal. Small difference is there. Now what is that order? For 2 to 1 electronic transition or for any transition, wavelength order, hydrogen greater than or protium greater than, deuterium greater than tritium. So due to this reason, Rydberg's constant is not equal for the isotopes of an element. Due to this reason, for the same element, for different isotopes, if we record the spectrum, for the same electronic transition, wavelengths are not equal in all the isotopes of the same one. Okay, so it is the refinement to the Bohr's atomic theory. Now, one small question. Now, you assume a hypothetical atom. It is hypothetical one, do not exist really. What is that? Positronium. What is this hypothetical positronium? In the nucleus, you assume that positive electron, positron is present. Outside the nucleus, one electron only. One electron only. Now, what is the wavelength of this positronium when compared with the hydrogen spectrum? Or wavelength of a spectral line in this positronium is how many times the wavelength of the same spectral line in the hydrogen? It is the question. Now first we have to calculate the reduced mass of the electron. Now mass of the electron into, now mass of the nucleus, this one also mass of the electron only, by mass of electron plus mass of the nucleus. Now what you will get? Mass of the electron by 2. Mass of the electron by 2. Half of the rest mass of the electron. So now half na Rydberg's constant. Here in the numerator mu is there. So that's why Rydberg constant for this hypothetical atom, positronium, is half of the Rydberg constant for hydrogen. Next, now wavelength Rydberg's constant inversely proportional. Due to this reason, wavelength of a particular spectral line in positronium is 2 times the wavelength of same electronic transition spectral line in hydrogen. 2 times is the answer. So it is the refinement to the Bohr's theory. Students, if you like my video, please subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon to get all my notifications. Okay, bye students. We will meet again with a new concept.